Hi, Stamper fans. Welcome back. I've missed you. It has been a couple of weeks since we had our Christmas holiday and everything. So obviously, I didn't go live last week because it was Christmas Day, and we also had the grand boys over. Um, so there was that. So I missed you all. It's been a couple of weeks. Hopefully, I remember how to do this. Welcome to another Make It Monday. I am Nan Gerlitz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Bloomington, Illinois, and I am live here on my Facebook page almost every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you're joining me live, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know where you're joining from. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I so appreciate that. And I hope you learn a little something today. So let's catch up. It's been a couple of weeks. So we had, hello, Betty. We had Christmas, of course, and we had the grand boys sleep over Christmas night. Gave mom and dad a break and let them sleep in. And apparently they were gallivanting around Chicago the next day. So, um, and yeah, we drove them home the next day and then turned around and came right back home. And we decided we don't ever want to do that again. That was a little too much driving in one day. Um, and thankfully, they all three fell asleep on the ride home because they were very squished and, they were all out of schedule from Christmas. And there was a little bit crankiness. And then they got a good nap and everything was fine. So, but they were fabulous little angels while they were here and just had a blast. And it was a really good Christmas for us. Um, Russ got me, for those of you that personally know me, you know that I'm usually cold. I'm like 24/7 cold. Um, Thankful for hot flashes sometimes now at this stage of my life. And also thankful that I don't get them too badly or too often. So, but he got me this heated throw. Oh my gosh, it's got like foot pockets. It's so warm, you guys. It's amazing. So if anybody wants the details on that, just let me know. I can send you a link or picture or whatever. Um, he also remembered these chocolates that I used to get years and years ago. I told him. And so every once in a while, he'll surprise me for Christmas or like a Valentine's Day or my birthday or something. And he'll get me these. They're like little square chocolates. They're called ice cubes, but they're just like so smooth and creamy and yummy. And I don't really look for them ever. I just kind of get them as a gift sometimes. And it's a nice little surprise. And then the last thing that I got from him was Harry Potter socks. So I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. We pretty much all are in our family. And years ago, a friend of mine that I worked with got uh, one of our other friends and I these. It's a 15 pack of Harry Potter socks. It's kind of like an advent calendar. So you open them one a day. And it's always a surprise what's going to be behind the doors for the next day. So it's really fun. So we got those this year. We've been getting them for Kylie as well. And then last year they started offering them in men's sizes and designs as well. So last year and this year we got Cooper as well. So oh my gosh. No, where I don't remember where we saw them recently. And I know I've seen them up in your area, Penny, because he got me them once when we lived in Woodstock as well, but I can't remember where now. So yeah, you'll have to go on the hunt for them. Um, a friend of mine way back in college had introduced them to me, and I just loved them. And I pointed them out to Russ once when I saw them, and ever since then, every once in a while, he like this year, he said he went back out on a special mission to get them. So it was very fun. Yeah, ice cubes are awesome. Awesome. So after we sent the boys back home, let's see, this past weekend, we did a lot of furniture moving because Russ moved his office from one of the spare bedrooms downstairs, which has worked out well for him so far. So he kind of finished moving all that stuff out of there, and we had gotten a cabinet. We had a hutch from his dad that his dad had built. That was sitting in our garage because Kylie had it. She didn't have room once they moved. And then my dad had a huge roll top desk that I inherited. And so we moved that back downstairs after moving it upstairs like a year or two ago. And it's very large and very heavy. And so we're not moving it again until it leaves the house. So, there we go. For any of you in the McHenry County area, Read Between the Lines bookstore in Woodstock has ice cube candies. I highly recommend them. So very fun. Yeah. So, and then last night, for the second year in a row, after like 30 plus years of staying home, we went out for New Year's Eve. So there was a band called the Hair Bangers Ball. They play like 80s rock, hair band music, Def Leppard, Metallica, Motley Crue, Pat Benatar, like all that kind of stuff. So we had seen them over the summer, and they were playing at a local event here for New Year's Eve. So we actually went out for New Year's Eve. It was a blast. So tired today. Oh, that's so fun, Penny. You have a gift card from there. I love that bookstore. It's so fabulous. Arlene Lines, who owns it, is like one of the best humans I've ever met. Love her. Love the whole place. Love the vibe. You'll love it. So, yes, get some ice cubes while you're there. All right. Enough yakking, right? Feel free to comment what y'all got for Christmas, or if you had any fabulous food or anything else you want to. Happy to catch up with all of you. But let's talk about cards, because that's why we're here, right? So these were our cards from Friday Night Stamping. So the very first winner of the year made this card, and that was me. Yay! I hope you all caught the reel I did on all of our 2023 Friday Night Stamping winners. So that was super fun. I did not tally. Russ asked me right afterwards. He says, "Did you tally them up?" And I said, "No, I didn't." So I'll have to go back. It's funny because when I saw the pictures, I was like, I can't remember which of us made that one. So there's some that I know and some that I don't. So. But yes, the holy guacamole, absolutely love that. And it's turned out so much better than I even planned. Super fun. So thank you for your votes. And now we'll talk paper pumpkin, which is one of my favorite things because it takes a lot of the stress off of me and anybody who subscribes to it, right? Everything's pre-planned for you. But I am doing the pre-planned cards tonight, and then I have some alternatives as well for you. So we're doing an all-in-one paper pumpkin video tonight. So this is the December 2023 kit, all the best. So this one is passed already. Although as a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can always pick up past kits and past refills as they are available. So if you missed this one, you might be able to grab it on refill or as a past kit, but you do have to be a subscriber in order to get those. So, excuse me, a little bit of my my throat is I'm quite frankly surprised I can talk today. There was a lot of woo-wooing last night on top of all the band noise, so super fun. Okay, so we've got a really fun little stamp set in here. 1,000 good luck wishes. Hello, friend. Wishing you all the best. Super versatile stamp set. I love that you get that. Got a Pebbled Path ink pad, which is a color I did not have because it's one of the new in colors, and I just haven't gotten to all of them yet. Excuse me. Good thing I poured myself a fresh glass of water before I came down here. So this is what I'll be making for you tonight, and then I'll make one of my alternatives for you too, but I'll show you all of them. And the fun thing about this kit is that it also came with this acrylic box, so it was all folded flat, and then this belly band was in there as well, so I just popped that together real quick. And it actually is made to hold all of the cards and envelopes, so you could give it as a gift. How fun is that? Or you could just keep them for yourself and send them as you wish. So I've got all the pieces kind of separated out, so this should go pretty quickly for y'all. This is a very easy kit to put together as well. I always love that they have custom envelopes that match your kit as well, so you don't have to worry about dressing up your envelopes. They're already pre-dressed. And I do know a lot of people that will actually cut up the envelopes and use them to make cards with as well. I didn't with this kit. I really liked the way they were. So, but I will show you, I did a fair amount of cutting up of things otherwise. So how fun is this? You've got this full spread on this card. Like everything is, front and back is all pretty. That's awesome. So we're just going to fold that up. We are going to stamp our greeting. Oh, and I do have to show you all this cool gift. One of my new friends in my new demonstrator group gave all of us this acrylic stand. So it's perfect to hold a stamp case, or in this case, my Simply Chamois. And then what she does is, as she's using her stamps, they will just cling to that acrylic case, just like they do our acrylic blocks. So she'll put them all right on her case, and that way she loses much fewer of her stamps, right? So that's always a bonus. So that is what I'm going to do tonight. As I use them, I'm just going to plop them on there, and then I'll clean up after I'm all done. So we've got our standard block. This is the block that comes with your paper pumpkin kit. I love that your very first one, you get a block with it, and it'll fit all the stamps that you get from then on. So nothing will be bigger than this block. So you don't ever have to buy another block if you don't want. If you're just a very, very casual crafter and you just want to get this kit that comes every month and do that, and that's that, perfect. You'll have everything you need. So we're going to go ahead and stamp that right in the middle. And this was a die cut little label. I love the gold around the outline. We got our chamois right here that I won't lose because I have a little case for it now, a little stand. I think that's just what I'm going to use that for, because that's brilliant. Okay. So that is all the stamping we need to do for this particular one. And the directions will tell us, excuse me, that we need dimensionals. You can kind of tell the dimensionals are in these like squares. And then if you need a glue dot, it's just a little dot. So very easy to see. So we will grab our dimensionals. And they're saying one on each corner, and I will agree with that. And then one on this yellow flower, but it's going to stick, it's going to be partially on the, on this label. So we want it off to the side. Okay. So we'll stick our label on first. Seriously, this is one of the easiest kits I think I've ever gotten. Although we do sell some regular kits in our kits collection that don't even have stamping on them. So it's literally like just assembly. Super simple. So if you're really starting out and are a little intimidated, that might be for you. Okay, now they gave us a few glue dots. Really, they gave us 6 glue dots in this kit because you needed a couple for the belly band to go around the box, and then you need some for these other flowers, and that's it. So that just goes right in the center there. I do recommend that you get a take your pick tool because it is so useful. And boom, that card's done. That's like super simple. Love it. All right, so let's just, let's just pop that in our little acrylic box with the envelope. How sweet is that? And on to the next one. So the next one we're going to make is this guy. Again, custom envelope. They all look the same, so you don't have to worry about which goes with which. Sometimes the kits have a little bit different envelopes, but they always go together, so it really doesn't matter which ones you put with which. Okay, again, we have a fully printed front and back, which is nice. I will say, always check which way your card opens so you don't attach things upside down. I've been known to do that, and I know others have as well. So Okay, so on here they're telling us the tape. So we're going to apply Terran tape to this. And this is all pre-printed, really pretty gold foil on there. So that's it's a nice elegant thing, right? And you didn't have to heat emboss it yourself or anything like that. There's no die cutting involved in any of these. So if you watch my videos and you're a beginner and you think, oh, I could never do those things, these kits may be the perfect thing to start with. I know I absolutely love them. As I said, like after last night, we were up till probably like 2 a.m. because the party went till like 1. And we did stay overnight at the hotel because why not? That way we didn't have to get an Uber and go back for our car or anything else, right? But my brain is not firing on all cylinders today. So it's perfect that I'm working on Paper Pumpkin tonight. Then I don't have to worry about this. So then it's telling me to pop this flower up on dimensionals. And then after I stamp that banner, I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals too. And it'll even tell you, it says 3. So it says 1 right there and 2 up top. Take those backings off. And that's just going to go right between those pre-printed ones, or the gold foil ones, I should say, because that one's pre-printed too. So that one is, these are all just pre-die cut, pre-printed. I love it. This is a 1,000 good luck wishes, which is such a great saying for so many things, right? I mean, graduations, weddings, excuse me, retirements. Man, seriously, my woo-woo. I think I broke my woo-woo. Yeah, even birthdays, you can just, man, that really could be used for anything. New jobs, all sorts of stuff. So that'll just go right in the middle. This pebbled path is such a pretty color. It's gray, but it's got almost a greenish tone to it, maybe. I think it depends on what you put it next to, which is a really fun thing to have. We've had other colors like that as well. Sahara sand was a color we had that it went a little more gray or a little more green, depending on what you put it with. Very versatile neutral. Throw that up there on my handy dandy holder. I'm loving that thing already. Okay, and then this one, since it's going to straddle this, we don't want to put any dimensionals right in the middle. We just want to put them on each end. And they always give you way more dimensionals than you need in these kits, so you will have leftovers to use on other projects, which is great. And then we have some of these pretty gems, which actually I was supposed to put on the last card and I forgot. So I'll probably go back and add those. So it's telling me to use 5 of them. I always tell you to use them in odd numbers, right? 3 is my favorite. 5 is probably the next favorite. So they've got and I like how they've mixed up. They've told you, use 2 of the larger ones, 3 of the smaller ones. Not quite sure where all of them are on here. There it is. Okay. I will follow those as a general guideline. So we'll do our large one top, a large one bottom. And we'll grab those small guys. And I like to work in little triangles. So I am going to change that one up just a little bit because they kind of hid that other one. So how pretty are those? They're kind of faceted, so they catch the light really nice. Love it. Already 2 cards done. And I was yakking a bunch too. So fast. I also love that these are all printed on the outside, but they're white on the inside. So you could stamp other things on the inside. You have a lot of room to write if you need to write, which is really nice if you have like a card that multiple people need to write a message on. Paper pumpkin ones are very good for that as well. All right, number 2 in the box. And the last one. Last one is even easier. Another beautiful envelope. Okay, and so we've got some pre-printed die cuts. So this one is color all the way front and back, but the front obviously is very different. Oh yeah, Penny, I know. I just got this box out last Wednesday because I had the day off on Wednesday as well, and we had dropped the boys off and everything. So we had the house to ourselves, and I sat down and mapped everything out and then did some alternatives as well. And I must say, I really like this kit. I really like the stamp set. I think I'll get a lot of use out of it. And you'll see in a few minutes that I'm going to make a lot more than just 9 cards out of this. All right, so this one is a hello friend, which is one of my favorite greetings because, man, you can just use that for anybody. I mean, even if it's a family member, as long as you like them, they're your friend, right? Yeah, friend just covers a multitude of people. So it's super versatile. All right. I'm loving my holder. I haven't lost my chamois yet tonight, you guys. I think that's a new record. Okay. So we have that down. And I love this little, because you could really just stamp right on here. You could do your greeting right on here and add little doodads or just leave it as that. So many different things you could do. So paper pumpkin kits are great if you like have no clue what you're doing, but they're also great if you do have a clue, but you want maybe a jumping off point. So you can kind of customize them and make them however you want. So it's telling us again to use our tear and tape. Normally, I would probably use my Stampin' Seal or maybe my liquid glue, but they do include adhesive in the kits. So I'm just showing you exactly the adhesive they're telling us to use on each of these. You will notice that I kind of rub my tear and tape down, and that's to really get that adhered so that when you pull up the backing, the tape doesn't come with it. And then I love to use my Take Your Pick tool to peel off that backing. It's so much easier. All right, so that's going flat to there. And then these two guys are getting dimensionals. Absolutely. I will say too, if you're just starting out and you're wondering like what can I purchase that's not too expensive but that gives my cards a little oomph. Dimensionals, love them because they do give your card dimension. It's like, you know, any kindergartner can paste paper together, right? But if you have that kind of extra little layer or extra little pop, it makes it just look that much, you know, more elevated. So, and dimensionals are super inexpensive. You get like, somebody's going to have to help me. I can't remember how many you get in a pack, but it's hundreds. This is not even a full sheet of dimensionals that you get when you purchase them. That's just what was included in the kit. And as I say, you always get more than you need in the kits as well. So, all right. So those are like that. And then we'll add a few gems. Again, they have asked me to add 5 gems in there. So I will tell you here, this is where I veer because they've put some gems on top of the flowers and I don't want them there. So here's where I use my artistic license. I'll put them where I want. The Stampin' Police will not come after you, I promise. All right. So I think, yeah, put them kind of across from each other. So we'll do a little grouping of 3 and a grouping of 2. Oh, I like that. I like how that turned out a lot. Boom, 3 cards done. And it's only 24 minutes in. Seriously, you guys, I'm killing it. Thank you, Stampin' Up! And the Stampin' Up! Designers. All right. Another, you know what? I'm going to put this one in the back because it's easier to slip it in behind. Okay. So then they gave us instructions on how to do that little belly band. It was all pre-cut, pre-printed. It even had scores where I needed to go around the edges here. So it was pre-scored. And I just added 2 glue dots, wrapped it around, boom, and then added the little flower. So super, super simple. There are some alternatives on the back here, like even what they did with the box and so forth. Really pretty. Ooh, a bookmark. I'll have to make a bookmark out of this kit as well. I have plenty left. So yeah, it's really fun. They always tell you what Stampin' Up! Colors coordinate with the kit as well. They show you exactly what's in here. And you can also go to the QR code on the back here to get the instructions, the video that they put together. But there is also in the video description that I put in, there is a link to the Stampin' Up! Video to put these together as well. So there's no talking, there's just a little background music, and somebody's just putting it together so you can stop it and start it however many times you need. Okay, let me show you the one alternative I'm going to walk through and do for you. I'll show you ahead of time here. So what I have done, so I took one of those card bases and I cut it up. So I cut it in half first, and then I cut a little strip off the top. And I'm making a little, they call this a book fold. Super cool. My friend Penny there gave me one last year, and I've made quite a few since then. So I don't know that I had made one before that. I had seen them, but I don't know that I had made one. So thank you, Penny. So what we've got is just a basic card base that is 11 by 4¼ I scored it at 5½, which is normal. And then I also scored it at, I'm on the metric side of my pad tonight, so I can't measure there. Let's see. So I scored it at 5½, and then at 6¾ or basically 1¼ inches away from that first score. So we're going to go ahead and do that again. Yes, I do love fun folds. I don't do them very often on camera. I don't, and I don't do them very often on Friday nights, which of course we do a lot. A lot of my cards for Monday Lives are from our Friday night Stampin' because they don't photograph well for voting, right? You can't get the whole idea of a fun fold in a flat photograph. So, but I should definitely do some more fun folds on video because those usually take some explanation. So I'm just putting some of the tear and tape. You could totally use just seal or liquid glue, whatever, but it's here, so I'm using it. And we're actually going to just seal that part shut. And so that gives you that kind of book fold look, right? It looks like a spine of a book. Okay. And so that's where we're going to use this little strip. I'm going to go back to my trusty Stampin' Seal. And this is just balmy blue cardstock that I pulled out of my stash, and that was one of the colors that they said would coordinate. And it does very well. Okay. And then I've got 2 pieces of basic white that are, I believe, yeah, 4 and 4 hold on. 4 inches square. That's what I thought they were. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and use our pebbled path still. And I want my 1,000 good luck wishes again. It's just such a nice greeting, don't you think? Like, wouldn't you like to receive a card that said, I wish you 1,000 good luck wishes? I would. All right. So I'll go ahead and stamp that over towards this side. Okay, that's the last stamping I'm going to do No, it's not. Never mind. I was going to leave my cleaning until I was done. But I've got to stamp some flowers too, or some, I guess they're, I don't know, whatever they are. The wishes. So we're going to take this guy. I'm just going to use a little bit of my liquid glue because it's going to be flat. All right, so I have to laugh because I can hear the stamper man upstairs making comments, but I don't know what he's saying. Do you have something to share with the class, sir? Okay, now I've got the little, I don't know, weeds, I guess they are, right? But they're wishes. We will call them wishes because that's nicer. So I'll just stamp a few of these in crushed curry. And I did try to kind of turn them each time so they wouldn't all be headed the same direction. Those two are very close. That's okay. And I believe I put a couple on the inside as well. Yes. There we go. All right. That's all the stamping I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this, and then I will pop my other flower up. I'm changing it slightly from my first sample because I ran out of that die cut piece. So on this one, I added a little gold foil flower, which is super pretty, but I ran out of those. So I'm going to use one of just the regular yellow pre-printed flowers. And just one dimensional on that, that's all that's needed. All right. Maybe we should add some of these gems. What do you think? Why not? And of course, we want to do that in a 3B, right? There we go. How pretty is that? I love these colors together. I'm not a huge crushed curry fan. I'm not a huge yellow fan, really, but I like it as an accent for sure. If these colors were reversed, I would be like, ooh, it's a lot of yellow. But I really love the way the blue and the yellow go together. They're just so cheery. It's nice. So I do have a few other alternatives to show you. I won't be walking through them. Whoops, forgot to put my inside in. And I will say one of my goals for this year is to send more cards because you would think with all the cards I make that I'd send a lot. I don't send near enough. So maybe you'll be getting a card from me soon. You never know. Okay, so that's my first alternative. Fun little book fold. Now I'm going to show you why I'm going to be making a lot of cards with this because I cut all of my card bases apart. So I have a bunch of card bases to work with, right? Or a bunch of fronts to work with. And the nice part about that is if you just get a pack of like thick basic white cardstock, you can go ahead and make a bunch of card bases and put these fronts on them, and you can just double your paper pumpkin cards right there. So, oh, of course, I've also got this, but now we know I'm going to make a bookmark out of one of those. Okay, so my first one, pretty straightforward. I just did just what I told you. I added the basic white. I took the front of that and made basically the same card from the paper pumpkin kit, right? Then I took, if you remember this, the card with the circle of flowers, the back was just all plain blue. So I took that and I took, where is it? Should have had this out. I thought I saved it. Okay, I did not. It's got to be around here somewhere. But I took the, oh, there it is. I very smartly put it right in there. Oh, you got the Christmas snowman. I'm glad you enjoyed that. So I took this negative of these little die cuts and I thought, well, that's perfectly spaced. I like that. So I just took some Post-it tape to kind of mask it off and I put it over that card base and just sponged, flipped it around, sponged them again. So I had a nice little background that mirrored this flower and used that same banner. I added a little Pebble Path cardstock to kind of ground that, right? So it would match the sentiment. Added a few of those gems, a very simple card that I can reproduce again and again and again with balmy blue cardstock, right? So great way to use the negatives from your die cuts and kits. Here's another one. I cut one of those banners in half. I cut the bottom off of this card, added a few of those wishes, and bam, we were all done again. Super simple card. Then I got really fancy and I fussy cut both of these out and the little wishes because I didn't want to leave them out, right? So this one's a little more involved because of the fussy cutting, but super simple technique. Added some Pebble Path, couple of die cuts here. Another really pretty, I love the gold foil. And then actually one of my favorites, I took that same plain blue backing and I embossed from the stamp set those flowers in gold all over it. And then added the hello. I added my final one of those and I added some gold sequins to match the rest of the gold on there. So that might be my favorite one. But then again, I kind of love them all, honestly. This was a really fun kit to work with. A lot of very easy, great ideas came out of it. I hope you enjoyed that as well, all of my different little ideas. Many of them came from online. You can get a lot of inspiration for our paper pumpkin kits online as well. Also, I wanted to make sure that you knew that the next paper pumpkin kit that's coming out in January, so you have until the 10th, so it's 9 more days to make sure that you are subscribed to get the lovely lavender kit, which is going to match a sweet collection that is in our new mini catalog that starts on Thursday. So that's super fun, but look at these gorgeous colors. Oh, love it. So I'm sure that's going to be a favorite as well. Speaking of Thursday, the mini catalog starts, Thursday celebration starts as well. Please make sure you are paying attention to the website or to my Facebook page or my Instagram, wherever you follow me, because Thursday is going to be a big day. If you're not familiar with Celebration, it's one of the biggest promotions we have all year. It will be going on from January 4th through the end of February. And there's 3 ways you can take advantage and get more value from Stampin' Up! During that time. You can shop. For every $50 or $100 you spend, you get to pick a free product or more out of here. I cannot show you the inside till Thursday, so check back. You can host, which you kind of do one of 2 ways. You can either have a party, either online or in your house, or you can just place a qualifying order all your own, and you get more free product during Celebration. Excuse me. Or you can join our team. You can either join as a business builder or a discount diva and just come on for the discount. Either way, you get a bigger starter kit during Celebration time. You can pick out either $30 of additional free product, or there's a really cool glass mat studio full of products that you can add to your kit. So it's kind of you got 2 different options. We can talk more about that starting Thursday. I can show you everything that's going on. All right. I think that's it. Let me pop back up here. There we are. All right. That was a lot to get through, I know. We did a lot in only 40 minutes. So my brain must be working better than I thought today. Anyway, I'm glad to be back after the 2 weeks. I did miss you guys, but I had a lovely little break, lots of little breaks from my day job as well. So back at it tomorrow. But I will see you again next Monday for our regular Monday Night Live. Thank you again for making 2023 such a great year for me, and supporting my business, coming and hanging out with us, voting for Friday Night Stamping, all the things. I hope 2024 is even better. Happy New Year to you too, Penny, and to all of you. Till next week, I'm still Nan Gerlitz. Happy stamping.